You're so lucky that you have a man that does his chores around the house. You mean contributing to the house that he also lives in as well? Yes, let's congratulate the absolute bare minimum that is of cleaning up your mess too. Weaponized incompetence is a rampant problem in heteronormative relationships where an individual showcases their supposed lack of ability to complete responsibilities that is required of them. Therefore, it either falls onto everybody else in the house or the one person in that relationship. Because let's not get it twisted, guys. Weaponized incompetence doesn't only happen within marriages or hetero relationships. There are always going to be incompetent people who weaponize that in pretty much every scenario. You're probably living at home with a brother, a cousin, whoever that pretends that they can't complete a task when you know that they can, they just don't want to. That one person then is solely relied upon for doing everything around the house, regardless if the weaponized incompetence individual is very much capable and has the ability to do those very tasks that are asked of them. It's really annoying as there's always the, well, what if they weren't taught by their parents to wash the dishes excuse? So what are we watching this video on currently? YouTube! We have YouTube in the big 2025 where you can watch a tutorial on how to do your makeup, change attire, and scrub a plate while you're at it too. The only reason these individuals are doing wrong is so that they're never asked to lift a finger again, having everything done for them as if they're a helpless little fucking toddler that needs mumsy. I don't want to do the dishes that I helped create. Tough idiot! I asked my husband to microwave my lunch. Now he's banned from the kitchen. Are you serious? I don't really care. I think that it should be common sense, common knowledge at that. That you don't put a sealed container into a radiation heater where it puts your food at risk due to having plastic melt on it, or the lid is destroyed altogether because not a crumb of thinking went in to heating up food for your wife. You were asked for one thing, you had one job. Oh, how annoying. Your annoying wife asked you to heat her some food up. She didn't ask Huey's f***ing kitchen from ya. You didn't have to whip her up, cordon bleu. Just a simple, hey babe, do you mind heating up some lunch for me because I'm doing something right now? And now y'all have got a container lid that you can never use again, so you have to throw that in the trash. A toddler of a husband and inedible food. Yay! The simplest of tasks being asked of the husband, but he can't complete it because why did you dare try and take time out of his day to do something for you, his supposed beloved wife? And because of this incident, the original poster states that she only will be handling her food from now on, which is really disappointing because bro got exactly what he wanted. To never be asked to do the simplest of tasks. And I get it, there are people who are probably watching this who have made that mistake before, but you probably were like 10? You're probably not a grown-ass man in a grown-up marriage.
My husband did one load of dishes. It was like 6 cat plates, 3 children's plates, and like 4 mugs, and cleaned the sink, but he left me all of this. And I said, what the hell, that's not helping me. So what did he do? He came and he put the dishes away. But that's it. Am I wrong to be upset?
No, you are not wrong to be upset because if there's no more room to stack dishes on top of each other, you would dry those dishes and get the rest of them done. And I know what people are probably thinking, oh, she's just really lazy for this. She should have just done the rest of the dishes. No, that isn't the point. He already washed a few plates and put them away, but that was not the original task that was asked of him. He was requested to do those dishes, not just 3, not just dry those 3 and put them away and leave the rest for me. It's so annoying when people half-ass like this because it's like, I don't want to do many things in life, but because I'm a grown adult, I have to do them. I can't just be a blob and let everything just pile up and stack up and rely on someone else to do it when I am very able. I am very able-bodied and he is too. So he can get the up and clean the gadgets. But that's just not the mindset of many of these women's husbands who have a problem with weaponized incompetence because these tasks were not required of them when they were children. What frustrates me about that is it becomes another woman's problem when that never was taught as a child man gets quite literally asked to do the bare minimum. It is entirely one thing to not know how to do something and to be shown how to as an adult, because unfortunately a lot of people grew up just never being taught basic life skills. And I really do feel for those people. That's really not fair. It's when you clearly know how to do what is being requested of you, but you either do it half-assed or straight up just do it wrong so that you're never asked to do that said thing again. Yes, that makes you somebody who is weaponizing incompetence because clearly you're competent. You did a few dishes and then you were like, actually, that's enough for me. Get to scrub-a-dub-dubbing! Telling my husband I need help cleaning the fridge containers. So he puts them in the dishwasher. Yeah, get f***ed actually, because it's like, when the have you ever seen the giant fridge containers being put into the dishwasher? Do you honestly think that your wife can't just go ahead and put the fridge containers in the dishwasher herself if they were meant to go in the dishwasher? What is this allergy to doing something that is required of you? Yes, when you're a grown-up, you have so many responsibilities and it sucks, you know? I hate being an adult. I hate getting the Hoover out and vacuuming away. I hate mopping. I hate cleaning. Actually, I do kind of enjoy cleaning. It's pretty cathartic and therapeutic for me. But that being said, there are some days that I just straight up don't want to do it. But I have to. But I have to. But I have to. Or are these men just not paying any decent attention to what's going on around them because your wife ends up doing everything anyway? So what does it matter? Nobody. And I mean, nobody is putting their fridge containers in the dishwasher. It is way simpler to just get a sponge and scrub that shit and then dry it and then put it back in the fridge. That's it. But you make it so much harder because now you need to get new fridge containers. But you've shown your wife, oh, actually, this is what happens when you ask me to do something big. Because it's also like, did y'all just think we're standing at the kitchen sink washing dishes for funsies? No, because not everything is dishwasher safe. Like, adults who are able should know that. But I guess not everything is common sense, and I can understand that, and I can forgive that. If it wasn't for the fact that, have you ever seen your wife do that? No. So then why are you doing that? Oh, I'm not paying attention to the fridge being cleaned. Well, you should. You should, because you're using that fridge too, aren't you? Considering we have a pocket know-it-all, if he was so damn unsure, he could have just Googled it. But he didn't, because he just assumed either this is fine, because this saves me time and energy, or I am going to destroy these containers to show my wife, do not ask me to do anything. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm incompetent because men don't know how to clean apparently. Why on earth wouldn't those be dishwasher safe? I'm sorry, but that's on the manufacturer. Your husband is completely free of fault here. No, the he isn't! Am I going to blame McDonald's because I was like, actually, I want a drink today. I'm gonna go get a drink, but I'm feeling quite hungry today as well, so I'm going to eat the straw. And now I'm pooing everywhere. I am completely free of fault here because McDonald's should have told me to not nosh on their straws. Why are there always a plethora of excuses dealt to these weaponized, incompetent husbands, but the second we don't know how to work a drill, it's obviously you're supposed to trigger, chuck, talk, selector. It's just a bit ridiculous. You can't be serious. Like, this is very much grounds for divorce type shit because, again, when the has this guy open the dishwasher to see that the dishes are stacked on top of each other like they would be in the cupboard? This is a very clear but non-verbal, don't ever ask me to do anything again because I'm gonna do it wrong and you're going to be upset. So that's gonna cause you to do it all the time from now on. And you always hear these wives making the cute little funny husband jokes like, oh my god, he just doesn't know how to do anything. No, that's a problem, Suzanne. There is no way a grown man thought it would be appropriate to stack dirty dishes on top of each other in the dishwasher. Because it genuinely does beg the question, has he ever stacked the dishwasher in the duration of your relationship? Or are you finally becoming fed up with the fact that he does absolutely nothing around the house, but now the resentment is going to grow even more because he's basically just taking a stance of, I'm gonna do this wrong so my girlfriend doesn't ask me to ever do this shit again. Sorry, but I'm not mothering a grown man. If he can't do the simple task of putting the dishes in the dishwasher correctly, he can f off. Because what do you mean that you're having the dishwasher do all of the work, but it's still hard? You're not even having to wash the dishes and you're still f***ing it up. It's not that he didn't know how to stack the dishwasher, it's he doesn't want you to ask him to do it again. Are we seeing the pattern here, yappers? At this point, I'm putting the ingredients onto a plate for spaghetti, but I'm not actually gonna make the spaghetti. Since you're A, not putting the groceries away that I drove to the store for, that I B, spent half an hour locating, that I C, also bagged up too because everywhere wants you to use self-checkout, it seems, and D, I'm bringing it home. You can do the very least giving of your time thing and put the shopping away. This phase should have ended when he was 10 years old. The fact that everything was left in a bag and assumed to go in the fridge is the most annoying part of this video because it isn't just a husband's thing, ooh woo. He's a proper dumbass who doesn't care about running a household with you. People usually cut their shit out at 10, but bro is 35. Actual ick. And I hate using the word ick because it's constantly misused for the most mundane things like, oh my god, he sneezed, ick, ick, ick. No, this is ick. When you leave before your boyfriend and ask him to make your bed, but he's a buffoon. I don't care that somebody can't recreate the exact image of the bed being perfectly made. For instance, I like having a neat and tidy bed, and I'm really happy I'm with somebody who does like that too. It's the fact that the image of the bed being made by the boyfriend says, don't ask me to do this again. It's not only effortless, but it's completely devoid of care and attention. Just putting shit on top of each other and calling a day. But it also really isn't that f***ing hard to make a bed in the first place. Like, you're very much able, aren't you, James? But you're just choosing not to do it because that is what the entire relationship looks like. Just towing a little bit above the line, but not completely. Not putting all of the effort in because why should I? I already bagged this chick, so it doesn't really matter. He just straight up did not try, and that's the worst part of it.
If you ever wonder if men need women, they do. Because Anthony told me to send him a grocery list. Send me a grocery list. Okay. He said, I'll go get the groceries. Let me show you the grocery list I sent him. Do you notice anything? I'm a teacher. Bold, italicized, where it's located, front wall and produce.
I really don't believe you need to be doing all of this just to make sure that your husband doesn't call you every single second to see where something is. What aisle is it in? What brand is it? You eat the food too, don't you? Have you never gone grocery shopping? What are you, 8? I am a sole believer that is all up to him to find. I mean, how does he think his wife found all of that shit in a grocery store? It just appeared in front of her magically? No, go and find it. Tough luck if you don't know where it is. Literally just ask somebody who actually works there, your wife. It's a
Aisle 6, back edge of the deli. These are the things I know he's not familiar with. I say you can get whatever flavor. You can get any flavor but watermelon. Do whatever. I even put what they're being used for. Notice it says picture at the bottom. Let me show you what else I did. This is at the bottom for the crackers. I thought it would be simple. He called me 6 times to ask me where things were. He called me 6 times. 5 times he called me to ask where things were. Honestly, I gotta be honest. The 6th time he called me to tell me he's never doing this again.
You had it quite literally written out, drawn out, laid out for him in what groceries to get, where said groceries are located, what said groceries look like. And he still called 6 times to find out where shit is and what is he getting. Because he still needs Mumsy to tell him what to do. It's so... Oh my God, this actually frustrates me because I'm just gonna say, these dumb women stay with these dumb men. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how a relationship can work like that, where you constantly have to mother a grown-ass human being who, by the way, is very able. Very, very able. Very much. I genuinely can't imagine having literal instructions written out for me, word by word. There's pictures, there's aisle numbers, and still having to call. But then for him to have the nerve to say that he's never doing this again, when all he had to do was go to the f***ing shop and pick up groceries, is insanely wild to me because it really isn't that hard. It's not innate to a woman to go grocery shopping. Like, never doing what again? All you had to do was read the shopping list. That's it. You had everything laid out for you, but still it was too hard because you don't want to do it. It's not that it's hard. It's not that it's, so tough being in a grocery store. Oh, I can't do it. I can't be in Woolies. It's that he straight up didn't want to go and do it. So he made your life really hard by asking where everything was, to have instructions written out for him, but still go to the store and act like you're an employee there. And that's the common theme here in today's video. These men will constantly do the task at hand wrong because they simply just don't want to do it. Whether it's laziness or pure stupidity, it is very annoying to deal with. And I have no idea why these women stay in relationships with these man children. Like, they're essentially in a relationship where they have to mother a child that they didn't want, nor did they ask to have. So with all of that being said, my fellow yappers, thank you so much for joining me in today's video today in Yappersville. I really appreciate your visit. I hope to see you all again soon. If you have anything you want to add to this topic, have you ever suffered from somebody who has tried to pull weaponized incompetence on you? Let me know down in the comment section below or email me at dramaqueensubmissions@gmail.com. Take care of yourselves and most of all, love your fucking selves.